And hello, and hello, and hello. It is me, that D-O-double-G, and welcome one and all to the award-winning Absolute Football Podcast. And Tommy used to work on the docks. The union's been on strike and he's down on his luck. It's tough, so tough. But Gina, she works the diner all day, working for her man. She brings home her pay for love. For love. She says, we've got to hold on to what we've got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other. And that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa! We're halfway there. Take it away, Dan. Whoa! Living on a prayer. There we are. Thank you, everybody. And
that new Drake song sounds good, doesn't it?
No, that's just how we do it. That's just how we do it. But thank you for joining in, Dan. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Thank you all for joining us. And I'm sure you're not here for me and my Liverpool stylings, although you could be. I appreciate it. But we've got a big panel this evening. Physically big. We've got Dan on. How are you, Dan, this evening?
Powerhouse, loving it. Good to be back. Good to be on, and looking forward to chatting football as per usual. And Burnley won. Get in.
Don't peak too early. Don't peak too early, mate. And back by popular demand, mainly by the looks of it, by Charlotte. It is prime time. Gav, how are you this evening, Gav Mac?
Oh, I'm disappointed that my future wife isn't on screen with us today, but don't worry about it. I'm happy to be here.
Don't do you worry. She'll catch up with you again soon. It's on her to-do list.
Just before we went live, I noticed something, and you might have saw me like going like this in the corner, looking at a beer, like not knowing what it is. But I don't know whether it's just like this one, why it was discounted, or in general. If anyone's got a Budvar bottle at home, other lagers are available. But can you just see whether the neck is slightly off center? Like it sort of leans in a little bit. And I've only just noticed it.
Italian. It's the Italian ball.
It's not. It's Czech.
You missed it then. You missed the joke as well. That went.
I've had a long day. I had a work meeting at 2:00 on Teams. Right, brand new potential client, and I work from home, single dad vibes. And I asked my daughter, who's 3, at 1:55 to 2, do you need to go to the toilet? No, Daddy. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's Peppa Pig. Leave me alone for the next half hour. 1:58. Daddy, I need a poo.
You didn't ask that though, did you? You didn't ask if she needed a poo, mate. That's on you. Timing
is so bad.
That is on you. But we have a special guest with us, a super special guest. I cannot believe it. Once again, I have the privilege to podcast with the gaffer, the one, the only professional stand-up comedian, actor, and writer, star of film and screen. I'm sure you've been on BBC. You've been in movies. With Amelia Clark, of all the people to be in a movie with as well. It is the one and only Bilal Zafar. How are you, sir?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Cheers for having me. I'm looking forward to I never get to talk about football in a serious way. You know what I mean? It's always stupid, the stuff I do.
You're on the wrong pod then.
Yeah.
You're knackered from the start. Yeah, I mean, we're in the chat where we got the British Bulldog of comedy. I got that straight in. And I mean, at the moment, we'll go through all the chat before we bring a little bit up to speed with what Bilal's been doing at the moment. We got Spenny fan in the chat. Thank you, Spenny, for joining us this evening. He's telling us Spenny will miss out in the playoffs on Saturday by a point. Gutted, heartbreaking there. And Sam is joining us in the chat. I hope you're doing well. And he's also, look at this, what a team. He's loving the team vibes. Simon's in the chat as well. And we said there was Charlotte already. She said she's waiting for your proposal. Gav, she's waiting for the proposal.
No problem. I'll make it happen soon.
Yeah, and there's Craig bigging up. There he is. And oh, look, a bit of love for Chris there. And Solaris, is this when I subtly plug Safar's Fringe show by asking if he's doing one this year? Bilal, what's happening? What's happening?
I'm having a break, but I'm going on tour around the UK and Dublin. Very soon. Yeah.
Tell us more.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was now that I was, you know what I mean?
I didn't want whatever you want. You just get in. Just pen.
I'll just bring it up randomly when we're talking about Man United or something later. You know what I mean? Stop talking about my talk.
Well, it is comedy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
Hey,
Let's go.
So I got my show is it's a true story about when my housemate. I used to live in a shared house before I was married. My housemate tried to get me arrested several times because he started believing he was an MI6 agent, and it's all about that. It's a true story, and it is funny. I know it sounds harrowing, but it's got lots of funny bits in it. I did that in Edinburgh last year. Now, I'm taking it. I'm doing Soho Theatre for 4 nights next week. Then I'm off to like Bristol, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Birmingham, all Manchester, Liverpool, all over the place. You know. I'm looking forward to it.
We got in the chat. Sounds like Baby Reindeer. I can say
I haven't seen it yet.
I've spoken to Bilal before, and I'm sure it was before you did the Edinburgh Fringe, and you were just about to do that. So I can say he's not. This isn't plagiarising. He's not plagiarised that.
I don't think it's anything like it. From what I've heard about Baby Reindeer, I don't think there's any crossover, so I wouldn't worry.
No, well, for your sake, I hope not. From what I've seen. If not, I'm surprised you're sitting down okay. And it's not paranoia when he was actually in MI6.
That's fair.
That is fair. I do know what. There's so much chat. I'm trying to keep up with all of it here. Claire's here. Welcome from a champion sound. Claire is a Stockport fan, and they got promoted. Check out on the channel her video of her getting absolutely slaughtered, and people climbing up roofs and everything. TikTok didn't like it. They actually banned her video because someone was up a roof climbing a chimney in celebration. But it's back now. Charlton Outlaws, but I'm going to be gigging in Charlton or just Manchester.
It is. Isn't Charlton in Manchester?
I don't know. I thought that was just a name.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, originally, I was like, let's go to Central London. Let's go to Soho. Don't go Charlton.
I'm doing the Lowry, which is in Salford, which people say that's not Manchester, don't they?
Nah, not technically.
It depends what the postcode is. That's how I deal with it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like when people say they're in London, and I'll say, "What's your postcode?" They say like HA, or they say, UB. I'm like, that's not London, mate. I'll get really busy about that.
It's close enough, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Jen in the chat, she loves finding new comedy. Actually, she's definitely going to check it out. I mean, something I would say you can check out. I mean, I'm not sure if it's on your YouTube or just your Twitter feed, but Bilal's been doing little skits. Are they called skits? Is that the right terminology? Or am I just pissing all over the work and effort that you're doing? It's got
I don't mind. I'm not precious about that kind of thing. But I make all sorts of little short things, especially since like lockdown and everything, and I couldn't do gigs. I started making a lot. So, yeah, if you find me on Twitter and my YouTube, there's loads of stupid stuff.
Well, I think the one did it come out today? This one, you need to have the right sense of humor. If you're a sensitive soul, it's not the video for you. But it's when murderers kill. It's the name of it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I cried laughing. I thought it was brilliant. I would definitely recommend checking that. My wife enjoyed watching. What is it? Fixing Broken Britain. Is the other?
Oh, that stuff. Yeah. Like I say, there's too much. I've done too much stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely enjoyable. But check it out, Jen, and everybody, all the people all the way around the world, please check it out. Look, all this chat, I can't keep up. Claire say, just to clarify, she wasn't on the roof. She wasn't. She was not a steeplejack. There were other people climbing the roof.
She was on top of the bus stop.
She was swinging her pants in the air like that. It was most unbecoming. What else have we got here? Do you know what? There's so much here. Justin, does Bilal think Saka should start for England over Foden? Let's just give you that
straight
right out. What do you think, mate?
Would they both? Do they both sort of play on the same side? Can't you have both?
Just have everyone.
Yeah,
pull them all in.
I mean, I personally
you could have both if you're not Gareth Southgate.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
correct,
exactly.
Dan.
Yeah.
Great answer, Dan.
Yeah. I mean, I personally I'm not as invested in England as I am with Arsenal. I don't really care that much. It wouldn't break my heart if an Arsenal player doesn't play for England. Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever it's like an international break, I'm just praying our players don't get injured. I don't care if they beat Slovenia or whatever. You know? Yeah.
the same. I don't care about any England team.
Oh, you don't? It's weird, isn't it? Because some people really care, and it feels like it's controversial to say you don't care.
Well, I'm Welsh, mine, so my opinion of the English teams.
That's what it is, right?
Well, the accent was a little bit of a giveaway, but you know.
Well, my wife's English, so I pretend on occasion because it gives me brownie points. I could always say it was true. She was doing something, and she still can't walk very well.
Christ, no wonder why the video got banned.
Oh my days! Oh my days! I could have said yes, but England is crap to watch with Southgate. Might as well watch the Lionesses as well. And Charlotte said we need to check the CCTV for where Claire went. I think that would be banned. That would certainly be banned. Yeah, there's so much stuff.
Can you imagine asking Stockport Council, can we have the CCTV, please? Because we've got a section called Where's Claire, and we need it.
They'd be like, actually, this is where Claire was. We had that. Just can we have it back before we press charges? One more question before we get into it. This week's Premier League. Would Bilal give Jack Butland an England call-up for the Euros being the gaffer?
Sure. Why not?
Bilal gives 0 fucks.
He's all about. Do you know what you should travel back in time and then call him up, because that would have been a good move at some point.
Yeah.
I remember when. Yeah, what was that, about 7 years ago? Or am I just really old and time's becoming so compressed that I'm just well out of it?
Right, like 3 years ago was 2012. So
Yeah.
that's what happens when you get older.
Good God. And apparently Chris said the cops were called because the players were smoking on a wall and the roof of a smoking shelter. Shocking behaviour. We don't condone any of it, but shocking behaviour. Let's get into a bit of football shocking behaviour. Dan, Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4. You won a game of football.
Yes, it's happened. It happened finally. You know what? It's been coming for a few weeks. I mean, obviously there was a howler against Everton, which, to be fair, I'll defend Muric to a sense because it's almost like the start of his season. He's had to play second fiddle to Trafford. So if that was at the beginning of this season, you'd have gone, right, he's got that out the way. He'll grow in confidence as the season gets on. But yeah, like I say, that happened against Everton. Then he dropped another clanger against Brighton. So the next minute you're thinking, right, shit, who's actually going to be in goal and, sort the situation out? But we tore them a new a-hole, and it was the best thing I could have watched him work. I got told to chill out. Because I was going.
You didn't get to do it once a year, didn't you?
I know. Put it one way, the rest of the shift were enjoyable. It were even better when you're watching the United fan go through the motions afterwards. But like I say, it was all fun and games, and what a win, what a result. Sheffield United are not a Premier League team. Like, no matter what they did.
Hey, pot kettle black, my friend.
Hey. To be fair, we are not. We are 2 years ahead of what company said was his vision for the club. So we've already punched above our weight. We know we're not ready, but it is what it is. No comment.
It's a true story. He showed us earlier before the pod. Dan's wearing no trousers. The Emperor wears no clothes.
But what a result. I mean, Sanderberg going back to his old stomping ground, putting in a man of the match performance, just ignoring the boos. Brereton Diaz did what Brereton Diaz does. Fuck all.
Not a lot.
Exactly. Fake Chilean git. I don't even understand it. It's just.
He can't even speak Spanish. He's a fraud.
Exactly. It's Sheffield United are a laughing stock. They've come up to just gift points to everybody.
We put 11 past them this year.
Mad,
exactly. We've put 9.
Oh, yeah.
It's madness, absolute madness. They are poor. I've got to give it to company though. We're now looking at this Manchester United game next week, thinking, well, we've beat them in 2 behind closed doors friendlies, so let's go do it in front of the cameras. Why not?
Just why not? Just ability might have something to do with it, but you got a dream. If you don't have a dream, you'll never have a dream come true.
The thing I look at it, Josh, is that I am still on that optimism train. However, I'm now hiding in the box with no ticket. I'm hiding in the box without a ticket. I am doing my best.
Would
you can tell I'm on a Northern rail as well.
Would you stick with company?
100%.
Yeah. Are all Burnley fans kind of behind him?
You've got the odd I was there in the Orient days. Oh, piss off, you blanket wearing gits with your prawn sandwich shit. Can't be arsed with you. Don't need your negativity. Like, they still want this long ball crap. They don't want this playing football. So it's quite annoying to watch or hear from the stands. But yeah, everyone's behind company. The board, everything. It's just.
And look, you're getting a bit of defence from us there. There's still night and day between Burnley and Sheffield United. Burnley were far better.
Yes, Russ. Well said.
They play quite good football. Like I've not watched a lot of Burnley this season. I watched the FA Cup game against Spurs, where you played really good football, Burnley, and just obviously couldn't finish anything. The key passes just weren't going right, and then you can see the screamer as well. But you can see like what's happening. You see what the plan is, can't you?
They've got a bit of identity, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's just the execution, isn't it?
That's what I mean. We can call it naive that he doesn't want to change it, but then in a way you think, why change it? Because eventually it will come good, and the players will only get better from experience. Like I say, we're used to seeing a Burnley team that is the average age of 42, and then we've now got one of the youngest squads in the Premier League. So it's adapt or die, isn't it, in football? I mean, we can all sit here and say VAR's done us over in certain games. Would we be safe, etc.?
No, don't blow your load too soon on that. That's a bit premature.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because who did we play the last game of the season at Turf Moor? Nottingham Forest on the final day.
Wow.
Be a cracker.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, Simon in the chat, he's happy with who scored the Sheffield United goal, so I don't even need to look. That's going to be Gustavo Hema. Who would have picked that up. Clear
Mate,
says
he's too good for that club. Gustavo Hema is a fantastic footballer.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. What is this? What is this abuse I'm getting off Claire? Look at my Stanley Cup. Is that a euphemism? What have I been doing? Am I sitting funny? I think who else we got? We've done that one. The podcast After Dark. That is when Dan with no trousers. What have we got? There we are. Shall I think of Dan? Maybe you're not coming to the lower league show. Maybe this is the start of the wild ride of Burnley, and you're going to be staying up. But and Heather wants you to relegate Forest. What are you feeling? Do you think this was the spark you needed?
It was. Like I say, 3 points. 3 points in it now.
Oh.
Their goal difference is obviously massive compared to ours, but points mate prizes. They've got City coming up this weekend. We're at home away at Manchester United, who have just played 120 minutes of football and nearly chucked that game away. So, and I think they've got a game midweek as well on Wednesday. So they've got
Sheffield United, don't they? I think
yeah.
United.
So it's exciting times. Exciting. Look at that. Charlton Outlaw subscribe. We appreciate that. And did you know, with the Absolute Football Podcast, every time you hit the subscribe button, an angel gets its wings. Just such a beautiful thing to see. It's true.
What, someone dies?
Hey, no.
You get a free kind of Red Bull.
No, it's already an angel. They just haven't got any wings at that stage.
Bring your own vodka, but you can have the Red Bull for free.
Yeah. No, it's already an angel. It's like a wingless angel, and they're all on the ground, like, what's going on? I'm really sad. I'm grounded. You know, you got Nicolas Cage up there sitting on top of the billboard, with the other guy with Meg Ryan. What am I doing? And then someone subscribes and they're gone. It's beautiful. What a beautiful time. Oh, do you know what? I'm just elated just thinking about it. And I think it's just beautiful. What a wonderful time to be alive. I mean, I tell you what, this is for you boys on the bottom. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Arsenal 2. I mean, Bilal, Gav, who wants to go first and tell us how that made you feel? Okay, Bilal, you give us first, because trust me, okay. Gav will let us know.
You'll get proper football talk, yeah. Yeah, relieved, obviously. I expected to win, but you never know, innit? Even like after 20 minutes, you're watching it and you're thinking, we look good, but like if you concede first, you never know. Because Arsenal don't concede first that often, do they? Yeah, I mean, I've got a season ticket, so I was at the Villa game, which was obviously pretty crushing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always, like, in terms of the season, I always thought, I thought Arsenal would really struggle because we got Man U and Spurs away. And even though United are rubbish this season, and they concede 50 shots a game or whatever, we never win there. Like, it's so rare that we win at Old Trafford. So I just thought, I don't see that happening. And especially playing Tottenham now, like, when they're going to be so up for it. If we were to win both of those, I think we deserve to win the league. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, obviously I do think City are favourites. But yeah,
pains in the arse, isn't they? Really. We're not going to get caught up on the negative. We're not going to caught up on the negative. And I mean, Trossard scoring, Odegaard scoring.
I'm pretty positive generally about, like, I enjoy all of it. I love going and everything, and just like as an experience, I don't let it sort of ruin my life like it used to. You know what I mean? So I'm still optimistic.
You got a season ticket. My dog keeps trying to come in. I think he's enjoying it. He's loving the vibes. I haven't been to the Emirates in a long time. What's the stadium like these days? I've been told it's getting a little bit cream crackered.
What does that mean?
Tired.
Oh right, okay.
Kids, Al, come on.
Cream crackered. I think it's still all right. It's still the atmosphere's pretty good. Obviously, it was disappointing against Villa and that, but it wasn't. It's still that thing. Like, everyone applauded at the end. There wasn't any booing. Like, everyone still appreciates it, and there's still general positivity. It's been really fun, man. Like, to be honest, like, it's been last couple of seasons, even though it didn't work out obviously last season. It's been really fun going, and you get some unforgettable like I don't know, like beating Liverpool was really good. Beating Man United in the last minute after they had that goal disallowed and everything. That's amazing, man.
And what's the actual stadium like? I mean, I've been told like the dogs were getting a bit like
what do you
dirty. The paint was peeling off walls and stuff. I'm just not sure if that's just like
interior designer Josh looking for a new job. Like,
it's in perfect condition.
It's beautiful.
I think it's just been repainted.
It
is the best painted stadium.
That's what you need. You need a good paint job. You need a good paint job. That's what makes the difference.
We had a final destination situation at the turf the other week.
Oh yeah,
part of the roof was actually hanging down, and they had to move a section out of the stadium. They put them in the fan zone outside because they couldn't keep them in the stadium because there were nowhere to put them because the game was sold out. And then they didn't even give them a beer or anything like that. They didn't open anything up. So it was proper tin pot. It was like League One shit. It was just bad. It was bad. But,
I like that.
We're
Did
asking
it fall?
the questions. No, luckily it didn't. I think it got sorted after everybody had left.
What a waste.
It's a good job Burnley didn't score, to be honest. Could you imagine all of a sudden start shaking and then bang, next minute someone's just going, yeah.
It's quite a good way to die, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Burnley are winning. Get in. That's it.
Your internal memory. You're being educated in the chat here, Bilal. Cream crackers.
Knackered. I've just never heard that. Right. Everyone knows.
I'm just so ghetto. I'm so ghetto. I just ooze
Cockney Rhyming slang, innit? That's where it comes from.
The old apple and pears. Gregory Peck. Me Ruby Murray. What's the other one I know? Do you know I watch Only Fools and Horses? That's where I got it from. But
I changed my beer name to a bottle of Nathan Tellers last season. That's how I had it.
Right, you wish you had him this season. But Big Gav. Arsenal won a game of football. Are you winning the league? What is happening?
Well, I've actually been quite confident since the beginning of the year that we are going to win the league, and I think that the Villa game has probably put a little bit of a dampener in the works, and it's now made me feel really nervous of every single game that's coming along. So, wasn't confident going into the Wolves game, but I thought we were very professional the way we dealt with stuff. Proper champion-esque performance, I think. But no game is easy now because we've got Chelsea tomorrow, we've got Spurs at the weekend. We then got Bournemouth. Bournemouth are playing some really nice football, and they've got an outside shout on Europe still. So, and also they're going for their highest ever league finish in their history. And then obviously United, the way that United and Arsenal play against each other, it's like form goes out the window. It's very Derby-esque. Yeah. And then Everton might have something to play for on the last day of the season. I just feel like the confidence is gone now, and I just feel nervous about every single game. But really happy with the performance that we put in on Saturday. I was happy with the performance against Villa, to be honest, for 60 minutes at least. First half, I thought we were in control of that. And also the Bayern games over the last couple of Bayern games, I just thought we played some really nice football. I was really, really impressed with the way that we approach the game. It's just we're not scoring enough goals at times when it matters. But that doesn't mean that we need to get a striker as such. I think if we go out there and get a striker who can score 30 goals a season, it's going to take goals away from everybody else. Because you see, like how everyone last year was going, see, now look what happens when City buy a striker that's going to slap in 30-odd goals a season. They actually scored less goals last season than they did the season before without a striker. So, yeah.
Because that striker's League 2 standard, Gav, that's why.
Well, that's why, yeah, something like that, yeah. But that theory, I want someone who's going to be able to come in and add goals, not take goals away from everybody else. But I just feel like with the way that Havertz plays through the middle, if he has, he's had a decent run of that since the turn of the year, and his return has been quite fruitful, goals and assists. He's been able to get everyone else involved. So maybe if we go and lead with him next year as the man through the middle, chin Jesus off because I think he's shite. Chin Zinchenko. I've not been impressed with either of those two this season. Really haven't. They've let us down in big moments. But
he was all right last season, wasn't he? I was Zinchenko. I was quite.
No, yeah, exactly.
He was signing it last year.
No, you nailed it. He was all right. That's not good enough.
Do you know my big thing with Zinchenko was last year when he came in with Jesus was that mentality, the fact that they've won stuff. They were the only ones that you had in the squad that won anything, and I thought that would help that mentality. But
me too. I thought that
didn't made me look like a dick.
And if anything, this year they've been working against us. So
it's like a Harry Maguire situation. You're putting too much pressure on him to captain that side and do all this stuff. That this is a guy who's just let him play his game. He's still quite young. Yes, I know he's captain for Ukraine or whatever, but still, just let him go out and do his stuff. Take away that you're not sort of, denominizing him. You're just giving him that freedom to not think about everybody else's game and focus on his own.
I don't want my left back turn up at right mid. There you go.
That's a fair point.
You know what? You don't want much. Don't want much, do you? I mean, I think Heather in the chat.
Big ask. Let's be honest. It's not a big ask. I don't want my left back turn up in the right midfield position. Is that a big ask? I don't think it is.
But I think, Heather in the chat, she's saying Bournemouth, they just need to get more than 46 points. And that's their best finish. And I think, what are they at now? They're on 42.
Ooh. It's mad to think before Burnley rolled up at Fleming Vitality Stadium, they were going to sack Areola.
Do you know what? Every time I hear him say his name, all I can think of is a nipple. Because isn't that the medical name of a nipple?
Yeah.
Just, isn't it?
Oh, it's a bit around the nipple, isn't it? The areola. Yeah.
Well, there we are. A bit of
it's like the West Ham keeper.
Yeah. So you've got the areola, and then you've got the Josh in the middle. The big tip.
A bullet, I prefer, but so that's why she loves Gav. She's so brutally honest. She lives with brutal honesty. She just loves it. She just loves it. I can't believe it. I mean, but like I said, it's tight every game now, and I think this is something somebody was saying. I can't remember when they were on about the integrity of the league and whatnot. The fact that we're at the point now where, because of everything the city's been able to build, not just on the squad, but the fact all the facilities, the pitch, the player recovery, all of that jazz, because of the unlimited finances that they have by just flaunting rules because they don't matter. Who needs rules? It means that we're at the point now where there's such a machine. You have to win every game, and both Liverpool and Arsenal now must win every game, and it's tough. Ain't it tough? Tough times. What do you think? Do you think are you confident you can do it all? Or is it them Tottenham and United and Chelsea games that they just poop in your pants a bit?
We just have to win. We have to just treat each game as it comes, which is so shitty and cliche. But if we start thinking, if we beat Spurs at the weekend, we could be X amount of. No, you can't think about it. You can't think of it like that. Just need to get done what you need to get done. What's in front of you. What's important right now is the Chelsea game. Chelsea are unpredictable at the moment. We don't know what they're gonna show, because they in games like last week when they battered Everton. Let's be honest, they humbled them so badly. But that first 10-15 minutes before they scored their first goal, they were awful. They looked like relegation fodder. And then all of a sudden they scored a lovely goal, and then Everton imploded. But like Chelsea have still got that shitness about them, and hopefully they could do that whilst we score a couple of goals first, and then once they get into the game a little bit, and then we could do them on the break and then win 3-0. That'd be nice. That'd be the perfect scenario for tomorrow. But I'm not able to actually catch much of the game tomorrow, which I'm a little bit annoyed about. It's the end of the season darts presentation. So go pick up some money. Didn't win it this year. Very annoyed. But go pick up some money.
So disappointing. I thought you were on for the winner.
I had a really poor start to the season, and I've not been able to recover from it, to be honest. But yeah, we always do a bit of scran for it as well. So I bought like 2 kilos of wings earlier on today.
I didn't know where you were going when you bought 2 kilos.
2 kilos that's it. Sure done.
Tobacco and alcohol are the only 2 drugs I'll touch. I don't touch anything else. And sertraline. But good drug, sertraline. It's a great drug. We always do a little bit of scran for it. So it's good crack, like one of the lads, he does like a massive gumbo. I normally do wings. One of the lads does like a massive chili. So yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow.
But I mean, Russ is loving it. Take the game by game. Focus on your game. Don't worry about others. Wise words from a wise man is Russ. He's a very wise man. Although I think he's a Spurs fan. I think, which might. We'll see. I could be wrong. Actually, Charlotte's playing a cold Palmer is poorly though.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Is he actually? Is he out of the game? Is he out of the game tomorrow?
We can't. Well, if he's has he got a cold or is he like injured?
I think he's poorly, tummy bug or something like that.
All right, he might be better though.
But listen, if Charlotte says, and Charlotte is the Beyonce of football Twitter. Somebody told me the other night. So it's true story. So she says it. That's it. I always say, Kate Satan, don't mention wings to Daniel.
They're my favourite. Honestly, wings and tings are my thing. Honestly,
wings and tings.
I'm down with the kids too, Josh.
I tell you what, we're loving it.
My wings are a joke as well, by the way. Like
proper fire.
Yeah.
I mean, and Charlton Outlaws asking, do we watch the Championship? We do. On a Thursday evening, 8:30, we have the award winning. They were the ones that won the award. They're absolutely lower league where they do the Championship right the way down. Charlotte is there all night. She watches all of the football. She watches here and there. The Wowdy Wabble, in the words of Roy Hodgson, tribute to Big Roy. The Wowdy Wabble on a Thursday, 8:30. So you can check him out there. Charlotte saying apparently he's ill.
Yeah, I just checked. 52 minutes ago, saw a thing come up. He's a doubt for tomorrow. So
yeah, it's not confirmed though. Mind games, isn't it? POC mind games.
Yeah,
be fine. He needs to have something because it's not managing a football team, is it?
It's mad, isn't it? The amount of chances they had against City was ridiculous, wasn't it?
I just don't rate him. I don't rate Poch at all, really, as a manager. So I'm happy for him at Chelsea, and long may it continue. Look, and Cole Palmer's getting a bit of love from Jen there. He's been doing so well. Yes.
No, fuck him. No, it's great. No, I'm joking. No, he's a fantastic footballer. Everyone's saying, "Oh, City, like they must be disappointed that he's gone." I don't think they are. I think City are fine. They
were going to loan him to us. They were going to loan him to us at the start of the season, and then because he wanted game time, but his head has already gone. Nah, I'm going permanently. I'm off.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's doing bits. He's the main man now. He's the pimp daddy over at Chelsea. Mr. Luke's in the chat. Olivet. Mr. Luke, thanks for joining us. Although he's late, you're like half hour late, mate. Just bear in mind. What game should we cover? I mean, we won't go into massive detail on this because I don't like them very much. But Crystal Palace 5, West Ham 2. I mean, Dan, did you catch that? Or just looking at the result? How did that make you feel?
I looked at the result and I was shocked. Shocked. I wasn't expecting Palace to pull up a big result like that. But since Glasner's gone in there, what a job he's done, by the way.
He's a good gaffer.
Fair play to him. Fair play to him. A lot of people would have gone, who's this guy?
Not me. Bundesliga merchant over here.
He not only does he do fire wings, he's a Bundesliga in the
He's the
north.
merchant for the Bundesliga. He sells the Bundesliga on the side.
But he's
Dodgy
doing
fire
bits.
to the back of the
There's
car.
a lot. You see a lot of managers though come from these, other leagues, and it doesn't seem to work out. They try to bring that style of play from this other division, but fair play, he's managing to get a fine tune out of a steady vessel.
I know. I mean, I got to be honest. I always, because Crystal Palace at Liverpool's like kryptonite. They just always seem to balls up the season for us all the time. But I mean, Gav, you said you're not surprised at all. Were you expecting this awful Crystal Palace performances before we came in for Glasgow to turn it around?
No, what's the thing with Palace? They've actually got a good squad. Like, not a squad, I'm lying. They've got half decent starting 11, I should say. There's a few players that stand out. I mean, like, get Eberechi Eze to my club right now, by the way. What an unbelievable talent he is. I'll say,
Who's he come in for, though, Gav?
Get him back. Who's he come in for? This I hate that question. Do you know why? Because it's a squad game. It's not an 11, and this is why Arsenal fucked it end of last year. This is why Spurs messed it up in the 16-17 because they only played 14 players.
Yeah,
This is why City is so good. Because like if you look, pick City's strongest midfield three. You can't because they change it around, they mix it up. You don't know who's going to be playing. That's what I want. I don't want to hear that. Oh, Saka's injured. Oh, what are we going to do? What we're going to, you can't have that mentality if you're meant to be fighting on all fronts at the top of the game. So get him in. Thanks. That's all right. I've got your back, man. But yeah, just get him in. Get him in.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Player.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Elise, unbelievable player. But Ollie Glasner, man, like he got Frankfurt doing major work last year. And the year before, really, where else was he? He's at Wolfsburg. He got his move because of what he did at Wolfsburg. Got him into the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Like this guy knows his way around, like fighting against, top opposition and able to get tunes out of players. And I think they were almost there, and now they're about to do it again. He's found his little style of play that he wants. Who's that? Is it Wharton? Is that signed from Blackburn?
Yeah.
What a talent, Yeah. They're a good side, man. They're a
Don't
good
like
side.
admitting it, but yeah, he's all right for a lad from Blackburn. He's not done too bad.
Yeah, but it's not there anymore, so you could appreciate him. It's like me. I love Harry Kane now.
Oh,
brilliant. Best striker in the world now. It's great. Terrible before. I just think that's what it is, Yeah, I like Palace, and I genuinely think that they have an opportunity to really push on and do what West Ham are doing or have been doing. Now they've got someone like Glasner in charge.
I mean, and Mr. Luke in the chat, Gav Mack and Bilal combo is what he's wanted. That's what he's been waiting for. He's been holding out. He's been holding on for a hero till the morning comes. But so, Bilal, do you like a little bit of Crystal Palace performing well?
Yeah, I don't dislike them particularly. I don't have anything against Palace or West Ham, really. I know a lot of West Ham fans because I'm from East London, and a lot of them seem to hate David Moyes right now.
You're from East London. You didn't know what cream cracker meant.
No, we don't say that. We don't. People don't walk around here saying I'm cream crackered.
Well, it depends what part of it. So they do it. They do in Isle of Dogs. It's scary around there.
Yeah.
I played darts in the George once. I thought I was going to die.
That's not That's not where you picked your dodgy bottle up from, is it?
What, the George? It would have been intact if it was there.
Bilal lives at the classy end of East London in like a penthouse with the balcony, so he can looks at all the people.
Look down on them.
Yeah, down on them.
Little does he know, they're all down there going, cream cracker, I am There's a mix of accents then. I just throw them all in. Every accent I can think of there, that all went in there. But
I'm glad Arsenal don't have to play Palace now, to be honest. We got that out of the way, innit? And we battered them as well, didn't we? It was like, was it the 2 Martinelli goals right at the end? I'm glad that we don't have to face a new manager bounce there, because I could see us messing that up. Yeah.
And Charlotte in the chat, she's missed you, Dan. Charlotte's missed you on the pod. And Heather said, your most disappointing moments when you realised your brew is empty.
I did. I went like,
I mean, Kate, if you're watching, if you were still watching, Kate, you need to brew. You need to top up. Please.
Do.
Please, you need to top up, yeah.
I was going to put it over my head and then realise there's a few dregs in the bottom, and I thought
No.
if I do that,
It's not worth it.
Nah, not worth it.
No, you just look silly. Jen Century says Arsenal fans panic when Saka is injured. It shouldn't be like that. Like Big Gav said, you should always have somebody ready to stand into the fray.
Yeah, I agree.
Into
Yeah.
the fray.
You don't even need to worry about that Spurs game, because as much as it's a big a big derby, it's you've got to look at it as it's just another game. It's just another game staring us in the face on the way to a title.
Yeah, which none of our players have done apart from Jesus and Zinni. So they don't know how to do that in this situation. Hence what happened last year. So
Like the atmosphere is going to be mad at Tottenham. Like
it's gonna be raucous.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a good
With all
word.
their
I like that.
with all their speakers that they use to enhance the crowd noise. Fuck Tottenham, man.
You need the spirit of David Rokus. That's what you need.
Sorry, I forget. I don't know if this is a child-friendly show or anything. I don't know. I just
do
end up getting. I get really I've got a pretty potty mouth.
I've always thought like my aim was always to be like 12A. That's what I always sort of aim for. But then I can't remember. I got really agitated at one point in the show, and then I think we had somebody new on. We did like all the intro, the build up beforehand. The show when we were in like the green room. I'm going, we want to be 12A. No C bombs. Definitely no C bombs. We're not down with that. But very limited F bombs, like a 12A to try and like keep it at that level. And then it was within 10 minutes I think I dropped 2 F bombs and a B bomb. Yeah, try and hold it back, you bastard. You just spoiled the mess.
This is me holding back, by the way. This is me holding back. I am terrible with profanity, but I will do my best.
Yeah, you can. I think you're allowed 1 F bomb every like 20 minutes or so. Unless you're describing City or Spurs.
What we've done 42 minutes. I think I'm on like 4. All right, I'll try not to use any more.
Yeah, ratio,
I'm shouting bingo
ratio.
if you say it one more time, mate. I'm telling you.
I mean, and Sam's in the chat. West Ham being linked with Amarin.
Yeah.
Which I saw that David Ordsey, but all it just says is because he's not likely to be signing for Liverpool. That was it. Like no explanation. No, it's like you just threw it in there because he's right to go. This will piss everyone off, won't it? No context.
This is the thing. Like West Ham fans are the most entitled fan base on the planet at the moment. They oversee Arsenal, United, Liverpool, like any big club. West Ham fans. You are aware that you were a yo-yo club, and David Moyes saved your asses originally, and then you weren't happy with the way that he was playing. So then they were like, "Oh, we'll get rid of him and we'll get Pellegrini in." He's then had to come back and put the fire out again, saved your skins again, and then got you up the league. You qualified for Europe due to league positioning, not by winning a trophy, by league positioning, and then go to a semi-final. Then get to a final and win it, and then get to a quarterfinal and losing it against an unbeaten team in the whole of the world, and then you're not happy about it. Most entitled bunch of people, fans.
It
almost.
was
almost. Yeah,
it was something
get
we
over
spoke about
yourselves.
the other week. I don't understand sometimes for teams like where do you think you are? Like teams like West Ham. There was another team that was quite entitled in regards to their position. I can't remember who it was, but it's mainly West Ham. Like, no, we're better than this. Think, no, you're not. You've never been better than that. I can't remember, like in the last couple of decades, when you've ever been worthy of any sort of position or tidy manager. Just
do they care about their position, or do they just want to see exciting football? Though I feel like a lot
let's
of
play some
fans.
exciting football to finish 17th. Would you prefer that, West Ham fans? Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
There's another team in Claret and Blue already doing it, Gav. Don't give him ideas, mate.
Let's go. I'd rather play boring football and win stuff.
I think Liverpool were linked with Jose Mourinho today, and so I sort of like.
Wow. Who are Liverpool getting then?
God,
What's the big rumour?
I saw a rumour of Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, you can suck my plums, mate. That's not happening.
I don't mind. I don't dislike that.
I don't want it though. I don't.
You want an exciting name? If it was
not an exciting
Garino O'Neillini Oh yeah,
No,
great
it
gaffer.
was, it was his response to the FA Cup replays thing and the game before. His last couple of media interviews has made me think, nah, you're all right, mate. I'm okay without it. So I don't know. The Liverpool manager situation just it hurts my heart. Cry a little bit inside and outside. It's a sad time. Sad time.
Neil Warnock,
And
job done.
I would take Neil Warnock just because he's got no
That's
lips
bad,
and no
innit?
eyebrows.
No,
Boys,
he
that's
hates
bad.
refs.
That's bad.
He hates refs. I don't. Yeah, I can't get on it. Yeah.
I would
People like
take a
him-
dodgy season just for him, just for the carnage.
Yeah.
That's
Him and Steve Evans, they don't like refs, so I don't like them.
Love
Yeah,
a domino, so.
If you don't like Gav, he don't like you.
That's not my man.
Steve Evans genuinely doesn't like me, and you know what? I don't care.
Yeah. What you gonna do, bitches? I mean, Liverpool did beat Fulham 3-1. I mean, that game made me feel very, very happy. Salah was dropped. And what a decision. What a decision. Because Klopp is the pimp daddy. Don't anyone forget it. He was the pimp daddy. Look at all this love I get off Charlotte straight away. She just comes on just to abuse me. But I mean, Dan, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think it was something like he's over 80 goal contributions. He's a right back. He's a midfielder. He's the man of your dreams. What do you think? What is he all that? Do you think Liverpool have really missed him? And what do you think those people wanted Conor Bradley in instead of TAA?
Have you missed him, really? I mean, he's just an extra addition to your
have.
midfield if he is, because you've had a complete revamp in that central midfield department. So where does he sort of fit? I think Conor Bradley's sort of come in, youngster, wants the dar for the shirt because he's thinking, I've got a chance of making it as a Premier League footballer. He's already proven that. It's just unfortunate for him. He's had a lot go on in his short, spell there so far. The loss of his dad, then the injury. It's just a lot to take.
He's played like 10 games.
But this is the thing. Trent's come out, hasn't he, as well, and said, I don't know what happens after this season. When Klopp goes, what do I do? For a lot of these players at Liverpool, Klopp going, it's like losing the comfort blanket. Is that it? Does that spell the end of some of the careers of half of these that have been stalwarts for Liverpool?
But what I liked is that he came out and he just had a game. Trent Alexander-Arnold came out and he had a game. I mean, Gav, do you want to wax? Did you like to wax Liverpool about Trent Alexander-Arnold? You look so impressed sitting there. I could just see the joy in your face.
I think it's good. I don't think it's a great right back. No, because I'm old school. I like my defenders to be able to defend first. I think that's why I'm really enjoying City's and
bomb forward
Arsenal's
to
defense.
right wing, innit?
Yeah, but then what happens on the other side? I think that's why I love what Arsenal and City are doing. They're playing 4 centre backs in their back four. Love it. Trent. I think he just needs to transition to that midfield. I think Conor Bradley's fantastic, by the way. And I think the next manager who does go in needs to identify that and start gearing Trent more towards a midfield position.
Oh, I just think he's just a fabulous footballer. I mean, he's if he keeps going as he is and he's progressing the way he does, move into midfield, keeps playing for the shirt in the way that he does, I think I would be tempted to allow him to smother me in chocolate at some point.
Oh.
And
Do you
maybe
the same with Stevie G as well, Josh?
No, Stevie G can smother me in chocolate. That offer's already
Trent
on the
can
table.
buy it, Stevie G can smother you in it. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, they can both be there with like their digestives to scrape it all off, or a spoon. I'd rather like a biscuit than a spoon because that would hurt. I'm not down with that.
Would you have Stevie G as your next gaffer?
No.
Why not?
Because I think he'd be shit.
I think it'd be a little bit different. Like Villa, he weren't ready to do. Like Villa weren't ready at that time. I don't think. The Rangers thing is. I know it's a 2-team league. No offense to any SPFL fans, but the fact that he did win it with them is pretty shiny.
Yeah,
You
and it
know?
was tough at that time to win it as well. It wasn't an easy.
And that he went to, like, got to European final. That's big. I think being at Liverpool, he would be more at home as long as you've got the right team around him. You know, you can't just go in there and be like, right, you're in control of everything. You know, you need a half decent DOF, you need a half decent assistant. You know, I reckon he'll be backed financially to get him what he wants. I don't think a style that he would play would be too dissimilar to what Liverpool are doing now, but enough to still have time to transition. Like, it wouldn't be exactly the same as what we're seeing right now, but like, you've got the players there to mold into what he would like, and I think it'd be a positive. I think it'd be a good choice.
You know, to my only nervousness is I don't think it's always obvious. Liverpool are hard to manage because FSG do set quite strict parameters over what you can and can't do, the money that you can spend, how you can recoup stuff in. I don't think he's experienced enough to have those parameters. That's why I didn't want Xavi to come this season, really. I think I put a clip out the other day. I wanted him to finish his contract at Leverkusen at the very least, so he'd have a bit more experience before he come in, because it's going to be a horrible job, because he's going to have all that expectation. All the eyes are going to be on him. It's a difficult club to navigate your way around, and you need somebody with a bit more experience of that sort of pressured environment. And
Lampard?
it's not.
Okay, next.
Next slide,
Same as a comedian, I rate it. Man, I've got time for that.
like that. Those are the mad skills. Those are the mad skills. I mean, and in the chat, we've got a goal for Sevilla. It'll be at Mallorca 1-0. And AC Milan are losing to Inter Milan.
That's a long way to travel to that Milan game.
I mean, what we'll do, I mean, we'll fly through some of these. Well, we won't cover all of the games because it's like nearly an hour. I'm getting really hot and sweaty, and we've still got some big topics to cover. And I lied to Bilal and said we're like an hour and a bit. So he's going to start getting really hungry and abusive in the corner at the moment. And his next skit will be about this bald Welshman that does football podcasts and gets murdered. So we'll shift. I mean, the big ones. I mean, and so I'm sure Gav's interested. So it's Everton 2, Nottingham Forest 0. I mean, in the game in itself, I felt was sort of quite evenly played. Were there contentious decisions? I'm not sure. We'll break into them in a moment, and then Nottingham Forest have had a breakdown. I think somebody's sort of had some sort of seizure, and I don't know, something bizarre has happened to their Twitter admin that they've gone a little bit mental. So what they've sort of implied is that the VAR was a Luton fan. They're not playing Luton; it's Everton Forest, but Luton were playing on the same day and they lost. So maybe they wanted to even the score by going after Nottingham Forest. Perhaps I don't get it. The Premier League has come out and sort of said, nobody can question the integrity really of the officials, and I think that's right. I mean, if we start on that first one, I mean, Gav, as our resident referee, Premier League saying you shouldn't question the integrity officials, which
Never.
I agree with, but I think they're shit at the moment, personally. But what do you think? I mean, the game, did you, in regard to what happened after the game, Nottingham Forest reaction, if from your perspective, I mean, that's not right, is it? There's no justification there, surely.
Someone put it in the chat, and I agree. I thought it was a parody account when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't be putting it out there. And what's pissing me off more than anything else is the amount of fans that are defending the admin from Forest, putting it out there. Look, the laws of the game are the laws of the game. That is it. We have, as referees, our job is to ensure that the laws of the game are being abided to. And if they're not, you blow the whistle to stop that from happening because you've broken the law. Technically, that's what it is. Some decisions are subjective because we could be in a room of 20 people, and if all 20 people are saying that is a foul, and the referee also says that's foul, let's be honest, it's not really subjective, is it? But even if 18 say yeah and 2 say no, you're not 100% by that decision. And I always say as well, like from my point of view as a ref, and like if I'm doing a game and I see something, and sometimes I'll look at a decision and be like, I think that's a penalty. I don't give it. And the reason why is because I already think it's a penalty. If I'm like, that's a pen, right, okay, we'll give it. Because if there's any doubt in your mind, you're not 100% sure. And if you're not 100% sure, don't give it. Simple as that. And if you go back to those decisions that were made in the game on Sunday, the 3 decisions that are key to the whole outburst, I think one of them was a penalty. Yeah. But that's my opinion. I think
which one
of them was a penalty. The third one.
Which one was?
That was the one where they're all involved with Ashley Young.
Is that when he wiped him out from behind?
From behind, yeah. But the thing is, I can understand why it wasn't given on view. But what Anthony Taylor's done is said that he's got the ball and he's made a sign to say that he's got the ball. If he didn't do anything about that, he just like waved it away. I don't think we'd even be much of a conversation would be as much of a conversation. But the fact is he's got the ball, then you could go back and see that he hasn't got the ball. I think there's a reason to then go to VAR and say, oh, okay, let's have a chat about that. The first one, like, I don't think that's a penalty. Not every single bit of contact is a penalty. Not every single contact is a foul. The fact that Gio Reyna, what the hell he's doing at Forest, by the way, I don't know because he's way too good. All right. But like the fact that his ankle's been touched. Yeah. He's able to plant his foot fully on the ground because if your ankle's been touched, you ain't doing that. If it's been clipped like that, you ain't doing that. He's put his foot firmly on the ground and then threw himself on the floor. Go away, man. I ain't giving it. The second one, the handball, it's touched hit his hand. Yeah. It's not handball for me. What else is meant to do with his arm? I don't think. Look how close he is. And like what I don't like is the directives are put out at the beginning of the season. All the clubs go agreeing with it. Yeah, we love it. You will love it. And as the season goes on, they go, oh, we don't like that. So they try to relax it a little bit. And now everyone's kicking off going, oh, where's the consistency at the beginning of the season? That was given. Yeah, because you moaned about it being given in the beginning of the season. So we've stopped giving it. And now you're moaning that it's not being given. What do you want? Referees can't win.
As a referee, do you struggle with the changing of the rules every year? Is it hard to adapt to that? This has changed, that's changed.
Bro,
can you understand why it's difficult for a referee to?
For the guys that have been doing it constantly, I don't think it should have been that difficult because it's continuous change. Yeah. But like at the top level where all the money is, like a spectacle of the game is more important to us referees going out there and doing a job. And this is what I mean. So at the beginning of the season, when they were told all the directives about hands on and that sort of stuff, it's like, well, okay, well, if that happens, then it's a penalty, right? Okay, yeah, all agreed, lovely. Then they were given at the beginning of the season. How many handballs are we seeing? Oh my God, I can't believe they're going that for handball. Oh, it's barely handball. It's not in natural position. As the time has gone on, it's like, well, relax it a little bit, relax it. Now we've relaxed it. Now everyone's kicking off about it. What do you want? For me, I've been always keeping my ear to the ground with it all, but I was semi-pro. Well, I was semi-pro, decent level semi-pro, and I chinned it off in 2016. And I've only come back in October last year. So I'm effectively learning the new way of doing it, but from a slightly lower level than what I was doing before, because I have to go back in at that entry level of bottom end of semi-pro in order to get back to where I was before. So it's a difficult transition for me. Like I'll look at things and be like, well, that's not a foul, and the players are expecting a foul and a yellow. And I'm like, oh fucking hell, like, sorry, that's 5.
Bingo.
But yeah, it's just. Yeah, it's difficult, and all referees are different. As I said, I prefer. If you didn't realise already, I like to talk. But when I'm refereeing a game, I'll talk to the players all the way through. I'm effectively commentating and coaching the game as it's going through.
I thought you meant just general chit chat.
No. Literally, literally. So like when the ball's in the air, steady when the ball's in the air.
Go on, have a shot. I'll give me.
I do sometimes. Well, sometimes I do. Like I was refereeing a cup final. I was refereeing a cup final yesterday. And like I was thinking, he was about 30 yards out. I was like, man, he's got to have a bang from here. But I didn't realise I said it so loud, and he had a shot, and it whistled wide. It whistled wide. And I was like, whoo, bloody hell, man. You know, and I was like, oh, fuck me, that was close, weren't it, 6? I was like, that's a quotation. I was like, oh, that was close, mate. But like, no, I will coach the players as I'm going through, you know, like steady in the challenge. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. You know, like, you know, and I feel like that helps.
You've got to get that match rating up, Gav. You've got to get that match rating up.
Yeah, man. It helps.
I like that. Out wide. No, pass. He's free.
How do you miss that, you shit bastard? Oh, I've got to realise I'm refereeing it on the 10th game here.
Tell them that. I do tell players that, because it's good. It also shows a bit of human side to it, because you do get other referees at my level and the level above that that are so whistle happy. They don't talk to the players. They're really pompous. They're really arrogant. And I'm not that. I'm not that at all. And when I start games and some players try and talk to me, I'm like, mate, I ain't that type of guy. Like, I absolutely lost my shit with the player the other day. And to the point, I actually apologized to him, because I said, look, I'm refereeing. There's no way I should talk to you like that. And I apologize for that. But I feel that by talking to you like that, it saved you 12 quid, because he would have got a yellow card for the way he spoke to me, you know. So, but then we understood that and we were able to calm it down. We had a laugh afterwards. We all had a beer after the game and that sort of stuff, you know. And you could do that as semi-pro. Can't do that in the Prem. Such.
They call you Sir and stuff.
No, when I used to referee before, I used to do the odd schools game as well. And I remember doing a game at Bedford Modern, like proper posh school, like private school. It was about 70 grand a term. And like all the players were effing and jeffing at each other. But if I blew for anything, sorry, what was that for, sir? I'm like, oh, it's a foul. Oh, sorry, sir. Fucking all going mad with each other. I was like, man, get used to this. This is lovely. I might just chin the game off and start doing rugby.
I mean, Sean's in the chat. Where do you see? I mean, I do have a big issue with the handball, because I think it's gone, for me, the handball rule, and Sam was saying last week, it's gone from sort of trying to stop people intentionally using their hands to stop people having hands, and like being like little foosball guys just on the pitch like that. But what do you see? The whole arm?
Well, it's the top of the shoulder. The top of the shoulder is not handball. You could play the ball anyway. You could play the ball with is not handball. So if it hits the top of your shoulder, that is not handball. But anywhere further down, so they sort of use like an invisible line of the shirt sleeve as the area for handball, and also that counts as for being onside, offside as well.
I got to be honest, that's one of my favourite moves to watch, when someone like chess it down.
It's funny, isn't it?
I love it. I think it's sensational. I mean, Bilal, a lot of people said it looked like a parody account. Especially fan asking the Luton fan. Yeah, the Luton fan was the VAR. I mean, is this? Did you feel that? Is this something that you thought, this bastard stole my idea?
I literally did. So people that don't know, I do a thing on Twitch where I stream Pez, but I'm the character of the manager of the team, and I'm like completely unhinged football manager, you know. And I did a whole stream about, we like wrote an open letter to referees about the corruption, and it's like that tweet. I did it like a year ago. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Is the VAR a Luton fan? Is that even true?
I think it's just from Luton. I don't actually like Stuart Atwell very much as a person. Like, we've met a few times. I don't get on with him at all. I don't like him.
Oh,
but I just believe he's from Luton. I don't think he's a Luton Town fan.
Yeah, my song. Oh yeah, I did. I don't know if anyone watched this. I think it's on our TikTok. I did a song for referees to. I think it's All Saints Never Ever. The speaking bit. I did my open letter to referees. I can't remember it though. But
Morris changed it. Never ever felt so low. How the heck are we gonna get out of this shithole?
I can't remember what. Check it out. It'll be a hoot. We should. Do you know what? I think if Sam's still in the chat, let's repost it. Because the time is now. The time is now. But I mean, just Bilal, do you think they've doubled down? They've not let go. I don't know if you've seen. They've doubled down.
It's mad, isn't it? And like, what happens now? Like, what about the rest of the games? Like, are they going to get more decisions that they maybe shouldn't get? Is it going to be like, it's just it puts them in such a weird position now. Like now, if they get a dodgy decision against them, it's going to be really funny, isn't it? Right? Yeah,
I think it's almost like Wolves kicking off though. Wolves have had a lot of stuff against them, but we've not seen them spit the dummy out. The thing is with Forest, they've now put this tweet out. They've had the owner and everything on the pitch at the end of a game, basically staring out the referees. There's clearly something going on, and like I say, I already said my thoughts on Marinakis off air, so luckily that was already said. Got it out my system. Marinakis is a fat joke. Simple as.
I want to see him after they win a game. Write out a letter, Squid, just to let you know this man is a Forest fan.
What doesn't help is that Clattenburg has riled up a lot of the match. No, like, I don't know this. This is just rumor that he fell out with the PGMOL. Not many people like him there. And that's why he left and went off to do his own thing elsewhere. He's then come back to Forest as this like ref advisor, and I think he's trying to like dominate his authority on the club and saying like this, that, and the other. And it's like Forest now feel entitled to say stuff because like, well, I know it because I've got Mark Clattenburg telling me. That's what. So it looks
what does
like.
He do? Yeah. What is his job? I don't understand.
He's such a willy.
Don't know.
He's just there being a big willy in the corner, just saying things like to the owner. By the way, but I can't do a northern accent. I mean, I can't get into character.
Well, it's a little bit like
Dermot Gallagher on Sky Sports News, isn't it? Saying, "Oh, let's have a look at this situation. Let's have a look at what did you think?
Oh, this doesn't look quite right, Gladiators. Are you ready? Here we go. And that's what I think. He's just in the corner going, "Oh, brother, that should have been a penalty. I would have given that as a penalty. If I was ref in your game, I would have given you a penalty."
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
At 50 quid. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. It's just a yes man. It's just a yes man to Forest to say, "Oh yeah, I'm a former ref. I'd have give you that. I'd have give you that. I'd have give you that," and that's it.
I don't know if you've noticed.
So weird.
There's a change of tone in two of their tweets. The first tweet that come out, I think, was just like this mental kid going, "Oh, you bastard! Yeah, that's right." That's what I felt. The second one is a bit like Mark Clattenburg must have went, "By the way, to question the integrity of the referee, that's a biggie. We might get into a bit of trouble here." So I think the second was like a bit more measured, but it still had this hint of menace about it. It was stupendous. You're gonna have to act that out somewhere. I can't fathom it. So well done. I will caveat this by saying we had Mikey from Forest Focus on last week. They actually did a video on it and Spaces, I think, last night, and they were sort of against it. They were Forest fans that were against the fact that the owners have spoken out in this way and feel like it's a little bit embarrassing. Apparently there was a bit of a, I wouldn't say 50-50, more 60-40 split in regards to more Forest fans being against that sort of behaviour. And I think, if they were to come out and say, "Wasn't this dreadful officiating?" I could sort of get on board with that, whether they're right or wrong. It's irrelevant.
I don't think the officiating in that game.
I agree with you.
As far as I'm concerned, there's one decision that we should be questioning, and that's not on Anthony Taylor, by the way. That is on the VAR room. Like I think. Wait there a minute. Let me just have a quick look at that. And if I would like to hear the audio of it, but the first two, no, I'm not. I don't think they're pens, and I'm glad they weren't given.
But I think if you're going to say it, I think there's a difference between saying there was a bad performance from the officials and they're corrupt officials because his mum still lives in Luton and they're playing the game over here, and this could impact that game. So that is silly.
The best outcome for Luton Town in that game was the game to not have gone ahead. That was the best outcome. Like one team would have won that, or they both would have pulled a point clear each away from Luton. There was no good result to come of that. So to think that is a conspiracy against Forest is absolutely embarrassing.
And I will say to everybody watching, for the Twitter crazies, there's no such thing as a football conspiracy. The FA doesn't give enough of a shit about your team.
Couldn't care less.
They don't care. It's irrelevant. It's not, and the FA and the Premier League are not the same entity either. The PGML,
Correct.
they're not the same entity. So for them, they can't even be on the same page for financial distribution, and they all get a piece of it. So they don't care. If you think that is crazy, you're mad. It's all happening in AC Milan now, down to 9 men. They're gonna try and get a match abandoned and called off. What do they need? Like 2 more to go?
3 more. They could play on with 2 more.
It's good times. But I mean, what didn't help, and we're reaching the climax of the upper echelon football here this evening. Reaching the climax, and I mean, what didn't help was the refereeing decisions in the Everton Forest. Is that there was a handball penalty given in the FA Cup semi-finals. I mean, we're not going to talk about really Chelsea, Man City, I don't think, because nobody cares. It was a crap game. Nobody likes you. But Manchester United, Coventry, 3-3, goals for days, penalties. I mean, I tell you what, but Bilal, you can start us off. What did you think of that semi-final?
I was having a really weird day, right? I'm going on tour, and I was doing like a warm-up show because I've not done that show since August, right? So it's quite, a little bit nerve-wracking. The show was happening in a drama centre, weirdly, which is right near where I went to school. So I have done stuff in that drama centre as like a child. So it was like I was ready to have an anxiety dream. Do you know what I mean? So I was freaking out anyway and going through my notes and stuff, and I had that on my phone. And that was like a dream. Like, that was mad, wasn't it? And you knew it was going to be 3-3, didn't you? As soon as it was 3-2, you were like, this is definitely happening. They're ridiculous, Man United. I've never seen anything like it. What the heck? Like, how?
It is mental. I mean, we have Sam and Hannah on, and I think Sam's quite frequently like, "What do you think? How do you think United will do next week? Who knows? Who knows what's going to go on? Not next week, next half of the game that they're currently in."
How do you concede that many shots against everyone all the time? It's chaos, isn't it?
I'll defend Man United slightly on that one. Only slightly, mind. They haven't had a setback for all season. It's been different all year round. And with that, how can you always settle yourself? Arsenal look good.
Casemiro start at centre back as well.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, we've had Amrabat.
What have you done?
I'm a football fan. I'm a football fan first. Everyone knows it. But we've had Amrabat at left back at times this season. Had Wan-Bissaka and Dalot, one at right back, one at left back. Oh, we'll switch it around next week. Had Lindelof at left back. Johnny Evans has come back to the club and is playing centre half.
That's so weird, isn't it?
Worst thing about it is actually looks all right as well.
Yeah.
That's what's crazier. Huddleston will probably get a shirt number before the end of the year. But then, like Maguire has been out the squad, in the squad. They've not had a settle back for all season. But coaching is coaching. And that's why I say, that's why I say I'll defend them slightly, because coaching is coaching, and they're all professional footballers, and they should all know their role, so they should all be doing better.
No, the words of the VAR: shut your mouth and know your role. I mean, just to interject, the Inter Milan Serie, champions. Well done.
Is that official, or is that like?
Yeah, I think they
nearly
needed that
done.
win. I think that's
really?
it.
Hey, if Sean's saying it, I don't doubt Sean. Not for 1 minute. There's not 1 minute of doubt I ever have.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because 18 points will. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
18 points will put Milan on to. Oh no, hold on a minute.
Add 3.
Add 20. Add 20.
3 a game.
Take 2. Oh no, they can still do it. Just.
Oh, so are you letting me down, Sean? Hang on. Do you know what doesn't let you down? If you do Google, right? If you go into Google and you go Syria, if they've won it, it does balloons. It goes.
No, because there's still 5 games to play. They're 17 points behind. I can't see Milan, like Inter, losing 5 games.
Still not there yet, Sean. You just made me look like a dick. in front of all these people. We've got nearly 200 people watching us live at the moment. It just made me look like a willy. Thanks, Sean. Thanks a lot. I mean, but what we're on that game, I mean, lots of stuff going on. I'm not quite sure. Wait, I mean, Sam has a comfortable afternoon as a United fan. In unrelated news, he sold 3 pairs of pants. So we're gonna have merch pants, by the way, podcast merch pants. Remember, hashtag merch, please. Our merch, if ever you want us to start pulling my finger out of my. Oh, that's not a very good use. Very good analogy to use. We're talking about merchandise pants, so we'll move on. Where we was talking about, there was a Claire chat in here, which I thought was very relevant to this game. This is the sort of analysis you can expect with the Wowdy Wabble on a Thursday, where Claire is one of the stars. VAR is shit. Scrap the trucker. Sorry, the Gav Mac word. I mean, I'll be honest. The offside, Gav.
It's offside. Next.
Dude,
when you watch it in real time, it looks offside. They're drawing the lines. Is offside. Oh, it's by a toe, and
but that's
it's offside.
But what do you think about the rule of offside? For me,
the law has been the law for forever, and people don't like it. They're just trying to manipulate it constantly. It's getting boring now.
Gav, what about
the thing I hate the most
early in the season, though, when Burnley played Bournemouth and they showed the lines and they said that J. Rodriguez for the winner was onside. 10 seconds later, they come back with a different line and he says he's offside.
Yeah, so get the automated one in for next season. The thing that the Premier League rejected as well. Premier League clubs rejected that, and now they're kicking off about it. That's absolute. Yeah, it's a crime. That is probably the biggest crime that has happened so far this season.
Because we saw it work in the off-season in the Women's World Cup, weren't it?
Yeah, saw it work in the World Cup 2018, wasn't it? I was like, do you know what? I've always been against VAR, but in the World Cup 2018, I was like, okay, you're winning me over slightly. And if you look at leagues across Europe, how they use it fantastically. Yeah. It's the Premier League that don't use it the way that everyone else does it. And it's like, well, why?
I mean, I would say for me, it's not the VAR or where the lines is or anything. My issue is with the offside ruling as it is, it's taken away the skill element of holding your run, because you can be holding your run and be perfectly in place, but you could stick your elbow out.
No, because that's not offside.
But it's happened
because you can't because you can't play the ball with that part of your body. This is what I was saying earlier on about the handball thing.
No.
So you could only be offside with a part of the body that you could play the ball with. So yeah, it's not offside.
I don't like the ruling. For me, I like the daylight. I think there should be daylight.
That's never been a law.
I know. No, that's what I like. That's what I like. That is a desire.
It could be, but then
one of my many desires.
But then Josh, there'll be a point where it's like, oh yeah, but that like part of his shirt was part of that bit on that. So a line will still have to be drawn. Whether it is, so it's either leave the law as it is, because as far as I'm concerned, the law is fine. My issue with the lawing at the moment is the delay of the flag. We've seen a couple of injuries that have happened so far this season. We've seen things go on and progress. Put the damn flag up. If a player is making a genuine attempt to go and get that ball, put the flag up. Don't wait. And that because we're told to wait even at like supply league level, and that like where I feel like Northwest Counties Prem and like Southern League Prem and Northern Prem. Like why are we made to wait to delay on that? You know, we haven't got any. The clubs have always got like VOs and stuff there because they think they're all professional, but they're crap. But like we're made to wait on these things. Why? Serious injury is going to happen soon, and who's going to get the fault for it? We are as match officials. Well, you should have put your flag up. Well, we're told not to. So yeah, stop that.
Incidentally, I mean, Gav, you're being called up for your mathematics here by not just Spenny fan Chris, but also by Sean. So I just don't know.
No, Sean's no. Milan have got 5 games left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 5 games, not 6 games. Yeah, so they've won the league. Yeah.
Oh.
Go back. I thought they had 6. I thought they had 6 games. The table hadn't updated.
Cool.
Yeah.
My belief system.
5 games. Yeah.
I just don't know what to believe anymore.
Still a
no, you're good. You're good. You may celebrate. Inter may celebrate.
I'm shaken to my core. And we got Cap Allen has just joined us. What have you missed? You missed an hour and it was awesome. Gav did a dance. Dan did a striptease. Bilal did like a half-hour stand-up show. You missed everything, Alan. I haven't seen Alan since. Well done on the promotion. Alan is a Wrexham fan. Well done. Congratulations. You enjoy it. You embrace it. And you love it. He's just returned home from ground hopping. That's not like an exercise. I'm assuming that's to do with a football game. What else was it? It was something else in this chat. I don't know. I didn't see it. But I mean, Dan, did Coventry deserve to win? Were they hard done by? Is that sad?
It was. I think no matter what way you look at it, Coventry deserved everything to even get back into the game and to get it to a penalty shootout. I think they still even had that belief in extra time. I think they just took the foot off the pedal thinking, if we can get penalties or even try and catch them on the counter. Like I say, the days of Manchester United being this team that caught teams on the counter instead of teams catching them. The times have changed. Nobody fears these clubs anymore. And it was a good advocate for Coventry as well to showcase that, you know what, the EFL deserve a right for these replays in cup competitions and stuff like that. And Coventry was really showcase why teams in the lower leagues should get their wish.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think, do you know what a pose you were stuck on then, Dan, as well? That was beautiful. And Jen's good at preach. It was good. We had Sam on a beautiful one before, but it was lovely to see. And I'm with you. Scrapping FA Cup replays really pissed me off. Actually, just lazy.
Me too.
Just lazy, but not good, is it? And so we're all advocates of that. So stuff you greedy bastards that decided to bring that one in. I mean, but it does. Unfortunately, Coventry, I felt they did deserve to win. It was fabulous to see, especially as someone from most of my family are from Coventry. It hurt my heart. My little nephew was at the game. I have no doubt he was in tears because I was elated when that fourth goal went in. It was it was epic. We were at my nan's barbecue because my nan's she not very well at the moment. And she sat down in her chair and she wanted to change the channel over. And my uncle nearly laid him out. And I think dislocated a finger, pulling the remote out of her fingers just as the goal went in. But it was what we got. Alan saying, seeing the goal that was allowed in the Leeds game, Coventry can rightly be aggrieved. I mean, I think that's what I don't think has helped the Forest Everton one is that there was two identical penalty incidents, more or less, and one was given, one wasn't. But as Gav said, subjectivity, what you're going to do. But I mean, that does leave us with another all Manchester FA Cup final. Bilal, I'll start with you first. How many goals are Man City beaten United by? Because that's where it's going. Only a madman would say anything else, surely.
I don't think it'll be massive. Maybe 2. I think maybe it'll be like 3-1. Yeah, I don't think it will be a chaos one. Oh my god, do you remember when Gundogan scored after, was it 10 seconds or something?
Yeah, last year.
I missed it, man. I had the TV on. I literally looked away, and it was just in. Oh, I don't. Yeah. I think it. Yeah, I'm going 3-1. Yeah.
I mean, I got a feeling City will just play with them for a little bit.
Do you think?
Oh, you can win. You can win. No, you can't. I think that's what they'll do. They'll let you get a bit of the ball. Then we'll just put you in your place, score a goal, and then you can have a little play around for a bit with your friends, pass the ball around. I mean, I tell you who deserves to play that game now after his performance, something we didn't touch on, and I do apologise. Harry Maguire, what a gentleman. What a game he had, first of all. Just solid at the back, solid up front. I thought on his mazy run, I thought this is it. Maguire, the slowest footballer in the UK. I was watching. I said to my uncle, "Have you slowed this down? Is there a problem with the stream? He's doing this mazy run like he's in the Munsters, going
Shuffling forward, isn't it?
It was brilliant. I thought it was superb. But then after the game, what I did like as well, when Anthony was being a penis. Harry Maguire just showed the class that he's got, and went over to shake the hands of the Coventry players. I do like the fact that he was a player that had such a difficult year this year. I mean, at the start of the season, I think most of us on this pod were saying he should leave United because there's too much pressure, too much toxicity against him. His mum and dad are speaking up for him and stuff. But the fact that he's spun that around is just fabulous. It's really, really lovely to see. And well done, Harry. And there's a load of chat going on, so I just want to check that there's anything that I'm missing. And Charlotte's going to stick up for Sam and back United. Yeah, not for a footballing reason, just because she likes Sam, and that is the love that we've got for each other. Jen would rather United than City, and Sam's sharing the love back. Cap added again credit for Maguire for going to console the Coventry players with his big loving arms that he wrapped around them. And a bit of Jimmy McNulty, because why not? Why not Jimmy McNulty? And Harry Maguire was great, and Anthony isn't, apparently. And Claire, she'd rather United as well, because half of them are Stockport City fans. What she said previously was a joke. I don't know what she said previously, but I just think, I just believe everything you say, Claire. I take everything literally. But so Bilal's going for a 3-1. Gav, how many goals are City beating United by?
Not many. I think it's just going to be 2-0. Yeah.
Just a nice 2-0.
Yeah, it's a nice little 2-0. United are going to just do everything they can to frustrate, and then City will do them. Probably a brace from Foden, I reckon. Don't see Haaland scoring in it.
I think he's a bit washed at the minute, isn't he, Haaland?
League 2, isn't he?
It's because Pep's decided he wants to play a bit of football again. He's like, let's not just bang it up. Let's play a bit of football, and he's done now. I mean, Charlotte is saying she backed Villa. She did. Charlotte thought Villa were going to be 4th or 5th this season. I can't quite remember. And she's on it. She's on like Sonic. That's why she is the Beyonce of football Twitter. And if you want it, you'll put a ring on it.
Well, I will put a ring on. But Charlotte, in order to do that, I have to take you out for dinner first, don't I? So let me know when you're free.
Well, I have to let him know. I'd some say to Harry Slaphead. He's back in love with him. He worked hard and he loved it. Charlotte, Claire loves a Villa. She does. She loves a villain. And Dan, how many goals do you think City are beating United by?
1. Scrappy game.
Oh,
the thing is, it's one of those where if it was, say, the Carabao Cup final, which is played during the season, maybe it's going to be closer than what you think. If it's going to be end of the season and City have just gone and won title, I expect them to trounce United. Like, momentum's high. Grealish is still pissed. 4-0 win. But and then just straight back on it.
He should be playing in flip-flops, wouldn't he?
Shades on, bucket up, bang, 1-0, see you later. I'm in front of the beer.
With glasses on the back of his head, like mocking it. And Charles going to WhatsApp you later, Gav.
I love that.
Look at that. I'm like the podcast Cilla Black, just with less info.
Get that arrow out, Josh. Get that arrow out.
There we go. And Claire said, "Bilal, you look like a floaty head because you're just all blended into the background." But what a beautiful head! But what a beautiful head it is. Shapely, facially. I love a good beard game as well. Gotta respect the good beard game. I'm sure you messaged me once when we did our first. I think this is like our 3rd or 4th time together, Bilal and I, and I've loved each and every single one. It's made me feel very special. I'm sure you said on one of them, could you use this other picture because it's got a better side? I've got a better side of me. Do you have a better side?
Did I say that?
Yeah, I think it was a jest, but I liked it. And I went,
do I have a better side? I do have a better side, yeah.
Which one?
This side is better. This side
the
is
other
better
side looks cream crackered.
Yeah, that's cream crackered. Yeah.
I've got one. This is my goal. I can get a better beard line going on.
Yeah.
I can get a sharper beard line. That one's like a bit more fluffy. Look at Dan. Dan's just foxy all round. And Gav, oh my days. Let's move on.
What about, man?
Oh, you're just pure fox, mate. Pure fox. That's it. If you died, I'd skin you and wear you as a coat. Let's just take a look at where that leads the table. So Arsenal are still top on goal difference. Are you feeling excited? Is it change your pants time? Are you enjoying it, Arsenal fans? Do you love it?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
I'm pretty nervous about tomorrow, man. Yeah, because like you say, Chelsea is so unpredictable, man.
Who knows? Who knows that one? But
It's either going to be 4-0 Arsenal or 2-0 Chelsea. There's no middle ground tomorrow.
It's a game I am intrigued to see. I'm not gonna lie. Look at that, crazy with a quad of handsome bastards. Look at that. I've never been called a quad before. And then so Liverpool are in second place on 74. Man City with the game in hand on 73. They can go top if they beat whatever team they're going to be playing next. I don't check it because I don't like Man City. They're going to play Brighton. They're playing Brighton next, who incidentally have been linked with Vincent Kompany today. I'm not sure if you've seen that. Yes, indeed.
What, for when De Zerbi goes to Liverpool?
Allegedly.
Or Munich. There's talk of him going to Bayern as well.
Yeah, when he leaves, inevitably, that's where Vincent Kompany's going. So, don't keep it together. Keep it together.
Our chairman's retweeted it from the guy who's put it out and said, "This is what happens when you allow children on X."
Did he?
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fair play to him. Fair play to him. And then he was saying something like, "Oh, sorry, maybe I've got this wrong."
Oh God.
Is this the real thing?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll
We won't be able to see it. You can't.
Retweet it. So, yeah. I can't see it.
I got. Let me see if I can stay there. There he goes. There he is.
It's blurry.
Back. Pull it back. Pull it back. There. That's
There we go.
That's beautiful. I love it. Do you know what? I don't know how to exit. There we go. And, that is quality. And I think that must be what Kate's referring to. I love it. That is stupendous. I mean, Bilal, there's so much material here for Pepsi, for hot Pepsi.
Oh God, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? I try and make it as stupid as I can, and then everyone just copies me. Yeah.
I know. These bastards plagiarising. You should have them. Aston Villa is still in fourth position after beating Bournemouth 3-1. Sorry we didn't cover your game, Heather, but it's hour and a half already. But Bournemouth playing wonderfully, Aston Villa playing wonderfully, and they're making Charlotte look fabulous, even more fabulous than the Beyonce of football Twitter could look. Tottenham Hotspur still in fifth position, Newcastle in sixth, and Manchester United joint with Newcastle on 50 points. Very exciting for those Conference League places. And Chelsea are in ninth. And then down the bottom end of the table, Sheffield United are pretty much done. I think they're trying to concede all of the goals they possibly can. They're like a hoover for goals, a black hole for goals at the moment, as they've conceded 88 goals in 33 games. Well done, Sheffield United. Solid effort there. Burnley then on 23, only 2 points behind Luton Town on 25, who are 1 point behind Nottingham Forest on 26, and Everton on 30 points, a game in hand, win their next one. I think that gap is a pretty big gap. We're going to whiz through some of the European leagues because I didn't ask anyone to send me any feedback on any of these, and I didn't watch any of it. So in La Liga, Real Madrid beat Barcelona, and I missed it. Bloody hell! I can't believe I missed that. Gav, do you know who scored goals? Was that exciting? Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't watch any Spanish football. No, Bellingham scored at the end though. So fair play to him.
Arsenal should have had an equaliser. The whole, but apparently, according to the ball, fully went over the line, and it was still ruled out.
Oh. VAR was a Luton fan.
King of Spain's had to do it.
King of Spain. I think was it Spain fan saying Barcelona President Juan Laporta says he will not rule out taking legal action. The phantom goal. Is this real?
Has he tweeted it? Has he tweeted it yet though?
Oh my god, what is going on?
I need to see this.
If he doesn't tweet it, it doesn't count.
It's like not being a Facebook friend. If you're not putting it out there, it's not a real thing. What a lunatic. So yeah, that I love it. I love the fact that Jude Bellingham scored just for jokes for Man City fans. I think he did that just deliberately. If there was, he did that celebration as well. I bet he did. He stood with his back to the camera and jumped up and down, just special for City fans. That would have been absolutely brilliant. Sam's mate, don't apologise. I didn't ask, and I thought we had Gav on. We're not going to have time to talk a lot about European League, so But Real Madrid is still top, 81 points, 11 ahead of Barcelona. Girona, what is Girona? Not my Girona, your Girona, our Girona. They've won 4-1 against Cadiz. We're right on the bottom. The Almira
Cadiz.
they only want to win one game this season. Almira, they won and done. That's enough for them.
Wow.
Yeah, they won. They waited. I think that game was about a month ago as well. So I think.
Yeah,
you
my
can
mate
see
had
the
an
tick.
echo on that weekend and had Almira to lose.
I think 4 weeks ago they won a game and that's it. Now they've had enough, and that's lovely. And Granada is still down there as well, and Cadiz, and La Liga. Football happened in La Liga, and I think who is very excited about Valencia won a game apparently. Where are we looking? Who said that? Oh no, Valencia lost, which made Cap Alid very sad because that's his other team. They lost to Real Betis. That is sad. I like Valencia, aren't they lovely? And then we go over to Syria. Inter Milan, they won this evening. So this table is out of date. It's already erroneous. So everything I put out here is just worthless. It's not worth anything. Gav, anything exciting that you can tell us?
Couldn't tell you anything about it.
No.
Inter won the league.
I mean, Napoli have bottled it massively. They've gone from running away last season to now being 8th on 49 points.
They've done a Man United, haven't they?
Done it. Yeah.
From the 12-13 season into 13-14. Win the league, fuck it up afterwards. Oh shit, that's
They've done. I mean, but I think the best thing about this league is Charlotte's favourite team, Lecky. Lecky won 3-0 against Whoa.
What the Lecky?
Turn the Lecky on, baby. You just rub it and they win 3-0 against Whoa. And Spag Ball, how did Spag Ball do? Where are they? I can't even see them. Did they play a game of football? Don't know. They're not there. I can't see them. So it didn't happen, so I do apologise. But Frozone, who was Mr. Incredible's best friend, I think he was best man at his wedding. Frozone, they drew 0-0 with Torino.
I hate Frosinone.
Do you know what?
Big Palermo fan, ain't I? Big Palermo fan. They mugged us off in the playoff final in 2017-18. I absolutely hate Frosinone more than I hate Tottenham, and I mean that with chest.
I do. Apparently, Cap Allerton was Spag Bologna beat AC Milan 3-1 at some point. It must have been a catch-up game that I just missed. I do this on a Sunday evening, just very, very late. But the Bundesliga, Gav has been very excited, even though it's done. The league's all done. He loves it.
The league is not done yet because there is still so much to play for. Leverkusen They remain unbeaten in all competitions, 45 games, unbeaten in all competitions. They needed a 97th minute equaliser against Dortmund at the weekend. It's now their 26th goal that they've scored after the 80th minute this season. So yeah, they always love hanging around right until the end. But there's also excitement to get into the Champions League spots as well, because Stuttgart lost at the weekend. They were second best. Werder Bremen are just going out there upsetting a lot of teams. They've already beaten Bayern this season so far. They've got some big points against some big clubs, but they just can't beat the teams around them. That's their problem, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. But Stuttgart, they should get a Champions League spot. Borussia Dortmund, they are just outside it because of that draw that they got against Leverkusen. Leipzig, they won away this weekend against Heidenheim, who came up last season. Heidenheim could actually send Darmstadt down at the weekend as well, because Darmstadt are friggin' awful. However, they did beat Köln 2-0 away from home to give them a little bit of hope, and Köln is still in a little bit of danger down the bottom, which is great for Leverkusen fans because they hate Köln. What else is going on in the Bundesliga? There's a big race for the 7th spot as well, because the 5th spot goes to the Champions League team. The 6th spot will go to Europa League team, and 7th will go to a conference team. Freiburg currently occupy that position at the moment on 40 points. Augsburg, who are my outside shots for Europe last season, and they survived on like the last week of the season. And then this year, they're actually going for it a little bit, but Hoffenheim beat Augsburg this weekend meaning that Hoffenheim have closed the gap and they stand an outside chance of getting into Europe.
Oh, and it's beautiful times. So the Bundesliga table is Leverkusen top on 80 points, which are 14 ahead of Bayern Munich, with 3 points ahead of Stuttgart, who are 4 points ahead of Leipzig, who are 2 points ahead of Dortmund, who are 12 points ahead of Eintracht Frankfurt, who are 5 points ahead of Freiburg, who are 1 point ahead of Augsburg, who are the same points of Hoffenheim, who are 5 points ahead of Heidenheim, who are the same points as Werder Bremen, who are 3 points ahead of Mönchengladbach, with the same points of Wolfsburg, who are 2 points ahead of Union Berlin, who are 2 points ahead of Mainz, who are on the same points as Bochum, the same 5 points ahead of Cologne, who are 5 points ahead of Darmstadt at the front.
Union Berlin started the season in the Champions League.
The issue is sad. I mean, what I liked about Union Berlin is I think they were the first top flight team, certainly in Germany, maybe in the top European leagues, that brought in a female coach to be the joint manager for a game or two, and that's when their turn started. So I like that. But yeah, it's been sad to see them fall away, isn't it?
What upset me about their European exploits is the fact that they played their games in the Olympiastadion. They didn't actually play it at the Old Forest. And if they did, I think that would have upset a lot of teams, you know, going to like a traditional ground and trying to make stuff happen there.
But then that moves us over to League which, as you can see, we take PSG off because PSG just ruined French football. Just destroyed it. You've made it crap when nobody cares. This is how the league should look like. And it's a bit of a change at the top. I mean, Ligue 1 has been atomically correct for a while with Brest at the top and Foot at the bottom. But they've switched it up.
Yeah, but Brest is now in more of a chest position, isn't it? So they're probably right now.
That is. And I mean, Monaco are on the top now. And so, yeah, Brest is best, but they are second at the moment. But anything exciting happen? How did Claire's favourite team, Rennes, for their heart, when she has a bit of heartburn, they beat Nantes 3-0. That's just for you. Any games anybody wants to shout out? Bilal, any funny names that you want to say in there? This just good for a laugh now at this point. We don't really cover these leagues correctly. We just say names.
I don't care about this league.
No one does.
No.
PSG have spoilt it for everyone.
How many points clear are PSG?
Do you know? I don't.
You don't know.
Because I give so little.
11 points. They're 11 points clear.
Yeah.
You think they'll win the Champions League?
No.
Who have they got next?
Dortmund.
They'll get to the final, right?
Not necessarily.
Dortmund are so inconsistent, though, aren't they? Sam in the chat, Brest dropping, yeah. It just happens as time goes on, and any real man would know that. Just putting that out there. And my favourite league, the league with the bestest names in all of European football, the Eredivisie. I mean, PSV. What did PSV? They stonk anyone this week because I don't prepare for this at all. Who did PSV play? I can't see.
Vitesse on them, bottom of the league.
6-0. 6-0 that they've got 95 goals they've scored in 30 games. Unbelievable. Look at that, Claire's emphasising with Sam there. That's what you've got. If you join us on the Thursday, that is the Wowdy Wabble. That's the sort of highbrow entertainment that we bring in there. So PSV won 6-0, lots of goals. Luke de Jong is one of the top goal scorers who used to play at Newcastle United. Awesome. Ajax won a game. They did indeed 2-1 against FC Twente. What else have we got? NEC Nijmegen played PSV Zwolle, was 2-2. And Hercules beat Heerenveen. They lost Heerenveen 2-0. Maljuven Tracht, FC Utrecht beat Go Ahead Eagles 2-1. Fortuna Sittard lost 1-0 to Feyenoord. And I think Feyenoord's manager's Arne Slot, who's been linked with Liverpool, but he has signed a new contract recently. So who knows what's going to be going on there. PSV Eindhoven, as we said, beat Vitesse Arnhem 6-0. AZ Alkmaar beat Waalwijk 3-2. And Almere City lost 3-2 to Sparta Rotterdam. And Excelsior beat Volendam 4-0. And what an exciting league. The bestest names in there. And anybody else want to say any funny names before we finish? Oh, God. You know what? You all disappoint me. You know what? If Charlotte and Sam was here, they'd be gone. I mean, Charlotte enjoys. That is what we all aspire to. We all aspire to shit hard. If it doesn't work, there's something's happening. Sam's saying, "Oh no, Warwick lost a game of football," because we do love a little bit of Warwick. They think they got a castle there. Or that's Warwick. I'm getting confused. One or the other. But that is, we haven't got any.
Warsaw. Oh no, that's will I get Warsaw? Aren't they on like the M6, like the Junction 9 or something? Oh no, that's Warsaw.
But I think there was no SPFL because the only game was Rangers Dundee, and to be honest, I didn't care enough to do the league table for them because they didn't do anything exciting at all. But thank you everybody that's watched this evening. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed yourselves. I mean, we'll go around the group. Dan, thank you for joining us. And where can people find you, Daniel? Where art thou?
Everywhere but OnlyFans, mate. You know the drill.
He's lying. He's lying. He's got bits in bio, honestly.
No, YouTube, the usual places. Just at Turf Morehouse, bringing that Burnley content. I'm trying to keep that positive vibe going. But let's just see. You know, die another day, as James Bond once said.
and Big Gav, everybody loves a big Gav's point of view from a referee's perspective. Gav, where can people find you? Because they want more.
I'm just on Twitter and Instagram now. Don't really do many pods. I'll just come and feature and chat shit with you guys, which is nice. I appreciate you having me on. At GavMatt23. I don't really post a lot on Instagram anymore. What I do is put a lot of things on my story, what I find funny on there, and anything that is more offensive, I'll send directly to you. So if you want to, if you like a little bit of really dark humor, I'm not talking about my complexion, then follow me on Instagram and I'll follow you back and then I'll send you some stuff.
God, that sounds ominous. I'll DM you pictures. Don't you worry, baby.
No, it's not filth. It's not filth. Like it's just really like vulgar things that if I put it on my story, my mum would be like, she wouldn't be happy about it because my mum's got me on Instagram. So
it's not for mums. Not for mums.
Not for mums. Old mums, anyway.
He's like the opposite to Asda and Iceland, isn't it? Charlotte thinking, shit, what's he going to WhatsApp me now? Oh my god. But of course, a massive thank you to Bilal. I really appreciate you taking a lot of time out. But again, tell us where is your gigs happening and when is your tour kicking off?
It starts next Wednesday in London, and then I'm going all over the place. You can find me, Zafar Cake's my name on the screen, Twitter, Instagram. I stream a lot on Twitch as well. Yeah, that's where you can find everything. And then I've got loads of nonsense on YouTube and Twitter and stuff. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you coming on, especially short notice. I messaged Bilal yesterday and Gav, to be fair. I was super organised, and I think, was it Saturday?
I ignored you yesterday because I was refereeing and then having beers. So
so look at that. These are the lovely people that we have coming on. Genuinely, guys, really appreciate you coming on last minute and giving us such a good time. And Sean wants a bit of Gav, ref watch with Gav. You need to ask Gav. You need to ask Gav if he's man enough to.
I don't think you could afford me every week.
I mean, we got to pay for Charlotte. Jesus Christ. That's enough. Although I think where is it? Sam did say in the chat that Dan's OnlyFans is well worth it, but I've lost it. I've lost where that was. There he is. It's well worth it. But massive thank you to everybody. And of course, the big one is if you are watching us for the first time, thank you very much. But please do follow the podcast. This is the main thing. It's not about any of us individually. It's all about the team, baby. We are on Twitter at Absolute Ball Pod and YouTube and Twitch at Absolute Football Podcast, on the TikTok boom at Absolute Football Pod, and Instagram and Threads, if that still exists, at Absolute Football Podcast _. On our Instagram, we won't be sending you filth in your DMs, I'm afraid. It is just football related content. You have to go to Gav for all of your filth on Instagram. Facebook, we have the Absolute Football Podcast. On a Mondays, it is our Premier League show at 8:30. On Wednesdays is the Absolutely WSL and Women's Football. Please join the gang. They're doing some fabulous stuff, and you will learn things. And Thursdays is Absolutely Lower League with the Wowdy Wabble and the award-winning team led by Shah and brought down by Claire. So make sure you check that one out as well. And please remember, if you're listening on audio platforms, 5 stars, follow, tell friends, tell enemies, everybody in between. And if you're watching on YouTube, please do come over, hit the subscribe button, because every time you subscribe, an angel gets its wings, which is such a beautiful thing to see. And thank everybody for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful evening. TTFN and Tatty Bye for